Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. And also, make sure you're subscribed to my other channels, Queen Spirit 1126 and Answers by Queen Spirit. So today we are going to take a look into why do you keep seeing the year you were born as an angel number. Now, honestly, this could be the full 4-digit year. But based off of how we function in today's society, it could also be those last 2 digits as well. All right, so a generation number is literally formed by the year you were born, right? So everybody born in this year, 2022, has a generation number of 6. They are going to be very loving. They are going to be people who wants to see this kind of balance between life and emotions and all of that thing. So I mean, I'm just gonna say it's probably gonna be some really fabulous people born this year. Okay. But our generation number speaks to our wider level of existence. It's not necessarily the why are you here, but it explains why you act the way that you act. So our generation number is all about our instincts, our gut instincts, our intuition, and what that intuition is built off of. So I would say if you are seeing your generation number, if you are seeing the year that you were born, over and over again, this speaks to are you using your intuition correctly? Are you putting forth the skills that you know how people say they ain't got the sense God gave them? Are you using the sense that your God gave you to move forward and do the things that you need to do? It's also a really in-depth look at our intuition. Intuition is so big in a generation number because it really pushes us to be the people that we need to be. People born in a certain specific generation number, they go 1 through 9. Definitely check out your generation number reading if you haven't. I forgot what I was going to say. They live in their intuition, right? You follow your intuition. What is it that you are meant here to? What are you sent here to do? Is it communicate? Is it love people? Is it to revolutionize or anything like that? It also speaks because there's this vibe of the year you were born and this kind of connection to other people. Right? So it also speaks to how we connect to others and how that benefits us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into that. So we got 3 cards out right now, 2 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Death card as well. Death is one of my favorite cards in tarot, right? Because one reason why we like tarot is because we want to know when the bullshit is going to end. And Death kind of tells us that. So as I say with all angel numbers, the actual number itself is important, right? So if you're born in 1990, I don't know, that's probably really early for this channel, but if you're born in 1990, right, and you'll have a generation number of 1. Fuck, I keep losing my train of thought. Hold on. All right, so clearly I'm going to get some coffee after this, okay? I'm tired. So 1990, as an angel number, right, you have 1990. 0, basically you would analyze that number as it is a number, or if you're just seeing a 90, you would analyze that number as well. But the total would come to a 1 if you saw, all the numbers. And that would be something that you would want to pay attention to as well. Like, okay, it's time for me to go do this. What does 1 mean? It's the initiator. It's the start. It's the beginning. It's the fire under one's ass to get you to moving. So I just wanted to point that out. At no time, if a number relates to us on a personal level, should we forget that it's also an angel number. All right. So I'm getting, if you are seeing your generation number, if you are seeing the year that you were born, I'm getting a lot right here. Okay, so looking at the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, this is screaming change, right? This is some change that you may have been fearful of, some change maybe you haven't wanted to take for yourself. With the 2 of Cups in reverse, it is this union. And to me, this feels like a thought process, a thought pattern. Like, hey, maybe the way that you've been moving forward isn't the best way. That's why we have this 3 of Wands in reverse. So it may be this issue of you being stopped from going in one direction so that you can switch up and change the direction where you're headed, like change your destiny. So I'm getting also that if you are seeing the year you were born, this may represent that you are being distracted right now. Our instincts and our intuition, they really go to shit when we are overly emotional, right? So if we're extra happy right now, if we're extra sad, if we have this high anxiety, our intuition does not work the way that it's supposed to work. Actually, we end up reacting instead. So it may be a vibe also that you have been reacting in life. And sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you want to react. If it's a car, it's about to run into you, you want to react as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? But intuition would tell you, hey, this car has been driving like a damn fool. I better stay the hell away from them, because the way they swerving and doing all of that is not working out. So it's still that vibe of, hey, what is your intuition telling you? And where is it taking you? I'm going to pull a Chakra Wisdom card just because Spirit said so. Let's pick one, see what we get here. We have Grace. And we have Grace 7th chakra, and then we have the 6th third eye chakra, acknowledge Spirit. So the first thing I'm going to say is that these are some pretty high chakras in your body. So this is also a vibe that you are an enlightened being, right? And not to be fearful of all the things that you've learned, not to be fearful of change, and to welcome in this new path, this new cycle, whatever the case may be. So we'll start with Grace because this one came out first. The grace of a higher power is with me, and I move through life knowing this truth. I believe in a higher power, and I know that it is within and around me, offering assistance and guidance. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. I am open to receive grace, and I trust in a higher power. I am worthy. Okay, so this is again back to this distraction from your guides, from your intuition. This is a distraction of your trust. That you haven't been listening to the truth because you have been going kind of through the motions in life, and that has caused a little harm to your spiritual practices. I'm getting the word deficit. It may have caused some kind of spiritual deficit as well. I'm going to pick an Angel Oracle card. Ooh, self-acceptance. Accept who you are. Okay, your intuition tells you a lot of things and you should not ignore it. All right, so what else is 7th chakra, crown chakras? So we got the sun in reverse, number 19, which comes to a 1. So it's weird that I picked 1990. And then we have the 9 of cups. All right. 19, the sun is in reverse, and 9 of cups is this celebration, right? So I'm getting a vibe of celebrating the wrong thing, celebrating the lack of success, and celebrating some kind of failure. Okay, so I'm getting this vibe that you guys may have been distracted, and I say this is one reason why I don't speak about other people's karma, because it doesn't help you spiritually. If anything, it hurts you waiting for somebody else to get their karma, waiting for shit to come back around. It does not help you heal at all. If anything, it makes you anticipate their karma, like, oh, when this happens to them, when spirit gets them back from wronging me, or whatever the case may be, then I can celebrate. When spirit's like, no, the whole point that you went through that with this asshole, look, burdens, that spirit just wanted you to pick it up. The whole reason that you went through this with them is so that you could learn, so you could pick up and go, so you could move on. Not wait for them to get their karma and then move on. So you can move on now. And you just need to accept that things just didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And you really have to let this go. You have to let go of the idea of seeing someone else unsuccessful or seeing them in excruciating pain in order for you to move on. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to see people's karma. Like, we see shit in the news all the time and y'all feel bad for them and feel sorry for them. But a lot of times that's people getting their fucking karma. And if you can't stand it for a stranger, it's not going to do you any good seeing somebody that was close to you, whether you love them now or not, seeing them go through something really harsh, right? So I think that's something that we all need to keep in mind, that other people's karma is none of our fucking business, and we need to just focus on ourselves and making sure our karma is straight, so we don't end up in a situation where we're getting fucked over when we can't do anything for ourselves. So I see the 6th chakra, third eye chakra, acknowledge spirit. I trust in a higher source. Y'all, the higher power, higher source shit is heavy here. And again, it speaks to intuition, because as long as you believe that you have somebody behind you, supporting you, guiding you, then you're more easily able to listen to your intuition and move forward in it. I trust in a higher source, and I acknowledge my direct connection with it. In the stillness, I listen for the wisdom inside, and I am open to the spirituality that is within and all around me. I know that love is the creative force. I meditate and welcome mystical truths. I am open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quest from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. Right, so my stomach just growled. I'm hungry. So anyway, so we have this acknowledgement of spirit, this acknowledgement that there's something bigger than you in the world. There's a bigger purpose. And we know that because how many people are born in a whole year, right? And that year that you are born, you are connected with every single person that was also born in that year. Okay, whether you're born all the way at the end or you're born all the way at the beginning, there's a connection for everybody born in the year 2000 or 1980, whatever the case may be. There's literally a whole connection. And see, that connection is a guide to like the rest of the world, right? It's this idea that we are divinely connected to one another. And that's why when somebody hurts, we feel their pain, because whatever connection we have for them is going to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all different, but at the same time, we're all the same. You know what I'm saying? I may work Monday through Friday where somebody else works Sunday through Thursday, but are we not all going to work for those 5 days a week? You get what I'm saying? And we might even have days in common. I'm really trying to make this really as simple as possible, because we can't forget our connection to other people, and our generation number speaks to that. Not only our intuition, but how are we connected to those around us? All right, so I'm going to pick an angel oracle card. Acknowledge spirit, joy, and contentment. All right, so this is a promise of something new, the promise of something better. I want to say, like, kind of a relaxed state of mind. Spirit is literally, with this acknowledged spirit and really grace, it's giving this vibe that you really need to stop being so obsessed with doing everything and allow things to flow. Intuition is definitely a very, very feminine energy, right? Intuition flows through you like water. And as long as you feel like you have to do something for it, then you can really get in this energy of not receiving all of your messages. And that's what I'm getting. If you're seeing the year you were born over and over again, there are some missed messages. All right, let me shuffle these and then we'll pull a couple more cards. Whoa. So I have 10 of Cups, and then I have Page of Pentacles. All right, so what I'm really getting here is that if you've been seeing the year you were born, you have failed in some way, some opportunity, or at least you feel you have. You feel like you missed the boat. You feel like you missed your chance. You feel like you lost out on something. And Spirit's like, no, honey, no. You are loved. You are loved. Not only that, love and abundance is promised to you. The abundance of love is promised to you. Love is a creative force, and Spirit is going to push you through that. So make sure you're listening. I think the biggest message that I'm getting here is that you are going through a major shift and transformation if you're seeing the year that you were born. And you need to stop fighting the transformation. Stop doubting yourself. Stop believing that you're unworthy. Stop believing that, I don't know, like you don't deserve it, or like you missed out on something. Whatever is meant to be will be. I think that's very important for us as people to realize. It doesn't mean don't fight for the things that you want, but it does mean if you missed a phone call and you ended up not getting that job and you really wanted to answer that phone, you didn't need that job. It wasn't for you. What are the chances? What are the chances? Literally. Everything is just broken down to the sperm and the egg that chose you. You are meant to be here. You were meant to be derived, and you were meant to fight these generational curses, establish new generational wealth, and kind of like be discriminative between those things that are working for you and those things that do not work. All right, so I'm going to get you guys a final message. I'm going to let you go. Shuffle twice. I saw the Three of Swords. Okay, what's the final message, Spirit, for those in their birth year? You got Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. So we have Eight of Cups in reverse, we have Chariot in reverse, and then we have Five of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is something is holding you back. You have been held back emotionally, and that has kind of dumbed down, or it's put a weight on you, right? Because it's a lot harder to walk if you're carrying 50 pounds than it would be if you were to let that 50 pounds go. And if you're walking to work, there's a chance that you won't make it there if you are carrying too much weight. I really want you guys to realize the truth about yourself, about who you are, and to kind of like release some doubts. Don't get caught up on this idea of perfection, right? Have you ever went through something and you're trying to fix it, and there's somebody on the other end like, oh, well, you shouldn't have did that in the first place. Like, bitch, who the fuck are you to tell me that I shouldn't have made a damn mistake in the first place? Make sure you're not beating yourself up like that. Yeah, of course. Like, you gotta think, our brain ain't fully developed until 25, okay? Which means that we're gonna do a lot of shit that is just not right. And even after our brain development, we still have that time before our true Saturn return, before we really learn our karmic lessons, right? And that's like 27 to 30. So we spend a lot of our lives not really knowing what the truth is, not really knowing how to form a correct and concise theory or opinion or whatever. And I'm getting to allow the truth to come in, regardless of how many theories that you come up with, right? Because I have so many. You have to allow yourself to be open to the truth, all right? And I'll just leave you guys with this. Just because something has never worked before doesn't mean it won't work this time. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's time to change it. Don't get stuck in old ways and old ideas. Allow yourself to learn new things, and most of all, allow yourself to let go. That's all I have, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you next time.